Hey everyone, welcome to CBR MTG. We have another lot of videos to share with you guys. With me I've got Lachlan Saunders.
Hey.
And Brandon Owen.
Oh.
Now for this first match we have Frank on Rug Delver and Nick on Elves. Now the Elves list we have seen a couple of times, but for anyone who is not aware of the sort of play of how Elves go, Lachlan, would you like to just do a brief overview of Elves?
Yeah, Elves is just a kind of a creature-based strategy that uses very cheap creatures that often produce mana, and a card called Glimpse of Nature, which is a green for a sorcery. Whenever you cast a creature spell this turn, you draw a card. And because most of the Elves help make mana, or when you cast a green spell they get untapped, you can just kind of keep chaining through your deck until you find a Craterhoof Behemoth or a natural order, which puts Craterhoof Behemoth in play, and that'll give their team plus X, where X is the number of creatures, and they all get trampled, so they just come on crashing in for a bunch of damage.
Yeah, basically a creature-based combo deck.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of Delver decks around. Seems to be the sort of control-y deck that's been taken over since Miracles have gone. What's the benefit of playing Rug over sort of maybe Bug or a different colour thing?
Yeah, well, that's the interesting thing. So Rug was like really good at fighting Miracles as a deck. Now that Miracle's gone, it's kind of like out of favor, or at least perceived to be out of, like, not very good anymore. Because it had cards like nimble Mongoose, Shroud, like difficult for the deck to deal with outside of Terminus. So they didn't have to, like other Delver decks, overcommit to the board and then just get Terminus for 1 mana, which their interaction's not very good at dealing with 1 mana board wipes.
For sure.
We saw the players writing up a note there. It's about that little smudge of chocolate at the bottom of that playmat. That's my bad. I'll own that one.
Take that one on.
Yeah, it actually can't be remedied, as we've discussed.
Yeah.
I have my playmat, my CBR MTG playmat.
Nick seems to have a hand with a land and a bunch of elves in it, and I think I see a natural order there.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a bunch of elves and a Heritage Druid.
A Wirewood Symbiote, Heritage Druid, natural order, two lands, was it?
I think it was only one.
Okay, interesting.
That's alright. You're only kind of even having natural order in your first opening hand. That means like you could possibly go off quite quickly, and Craterhoof Behemoth not swinging for too much on turn 2, considering the amount of elves that you'll probably have by then. But can still be lethal.
It's probably good
enough,
or just putting a Progenitus into play.
Absolutely.
Does a very similar job. Oh, that Fork Bolt in Frank's hand is going to be instrumental in this matchup.
So we see
Fork Bolt and the way to cast it. That's one of the.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need against elves.
We see another spell snare as well, which is like okay. The 2-drop elves. They're not.
I don't think
much.
Does it have a target other than outside of Greenstones for 1?
Visionary. Yeah.
Visionary. Yeah. I guess so.
That's all.
We'll see if he plays around.
He has a Nettle Sentinel on turn 1. Frank has a decision to make here. He can either play a cantrip, hold up Spell Snare, which I don't think is very good, or he can just fire off that Fork Bolt, taking out that Nettle Sentinel.
It's probably better to do it sooner rather than later, right?
It's definitely unfortunate he doesn't get to use that as a 2-for-1.
I think he wants to get it as a 2-for-1. That's what he's decided as well. I don't like him doing nothing here, though. I don't like him holding up Brainstorm, Spell Snare.
Yeah.
I think if I were him, I would have punted. You can see Nick fetching a Forest here, maybe because he knows Frank's on a Wasteland deck, and that Forest is just a land that Frank can't disrupt.
Yeah. Now we see Wirewood Symbiote coming down, a possibly instrumental card as well for the Elves deck.
It's gonna make Frank's Forked Bolt a lot less impactful by just being able to save a Heritage Druid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the symbiote is going to get got by it, but it's better than him Nick getting 2-for-1.
Yeah. Now, I know that Nick sometimes perhaps forgets that the elves also swing, but is there any other reason that you'd hold up the Nettle Sentinel instead of just swinging for 2?
He bashed.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he bashed and then
bashed and then played.
Untapped at first combat. Yeah.
That's next level.
that's the correct line.
Whoa, man.
Yeah, it's like basically as vigilance, right?
Yeah.
Look at this end of turn Brainstorm.
Yeah.
Just
this is unfortunate.
This is Frank, kind of being Frank, like showing his disrespect for the game, and
that's fine. He picked up a flinch.
Also getting punished by drawing into days.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure that he would have dazed the druid.
I didn't think he would either. It doesn't make
But
much sense.
sequencing of dazing the druid, untapping and forked bolting the Nettle Sentinel might have been very good. Yep.
Yeah, Nick bouncing in response.
So, I'm not particularly well versed on the forked bolt. Is that just 1 damage to 2? Or?
Yeah, 1 damage.
Divided.
So it's 2 damage divided.
Sure.
So
Creatures or players.
yeah, so you can go 1 and 1 to the face, or like 1 and 1 on your guys.
Yeah.
Or just 2 to a guy.
Well, it's good that he was able to take down that Wirewood Symbiote in that case, because it's a huge card.
Yeah,
so it's a good killer.
It is a big card for the Elves deck. It allows you to rebuy creatures when you're going off with Glimpse. It allows you to save your guys. Unfortunately for Frank, Nick has a backup one, I think. Frank's pretty close to threshold here on this Goose, but...
Yeah, firing off that ponder into like another fetch land or something, and I mean he's gonna cut something else.
yeah, he's probably gonna try and... Oh man, that land. I don't think that Daze is really gonna get a spell here at this point.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. With the Tarmogoyfs in Frank's deck, it's also quite difficult for him to backup plan, bash him to death.
Yeah.
Because he can just sit a huge fatty in front of all his dudes. So he's kind of got to go for the natural order at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how the game plays out, obviously.
We can see Nick, his board is almost exactly the same as it was
He's got a Misty now.
at the start of Frank's turn.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's really good to go like daze an early spell just to force them to pay the extra mana, because it might sort of throw them off the rest of their combo, especially with Elves. Sometimes they play very low to the ground.
Well, it can be important for the rug deck to just get threshold online.
Yeah, for sure.
And you could definitely consider like dazing a really what you want to do is daze a spell in combat. So when your Goose is attacking or blocking and getting that threshold on that way. This surprise +2/+2 is pretty good. Frank looking at a Spell Pierce, a Ponder, and a Brainstorm off this Ponder.
Also,
so he can cantrip his way to threshold this turn, I think.
I would preferred probably for him to keep up the green mana, and then like he's only got 2 wastelands in his hand. I don't know if he's looking for a fetch land or something and hoping to cast up, like he's got the Tarmogoyf in his hand.
Yeah.
Seems like an okay play at this point.
I think he's just holding up red for Lightning Bolt.
Sure.
I think that's his kind of strategy there.
Are we not liking Spell Pierce either? It seems...
Spell Pierce, like, it only... 3 wastelands versus... like, Nick's Cradles are definitely going to be kind of... sorceries that just tap once, but that's all they really need to be.
Exactly, especially when the only interaction on Frank's side is his days.
He can waste that Misty to get closer to threshold, but it's not really doing much.
Well, he's got 2 more wastelands in his hand. It's not completely unreasonable to force Nick to... I mean, maybe next turn if he has 2 wastes up, he might just force him to crack a fetch.
Yeah, I think Nick might actually only play the 2 basics as well. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, he's definitely very low on basics, which is...
You can see Nick being a diligent anti-stifle player. Crack my fetch. Do you have a response? Okay, crack the other one. Just like making sure he doesn't get stifled, even though stifle at this point would be just not very good and not very effective with Nick having Heritage Druid and 2 forests in play.
Yeah.
Do you think Nick might be just like forcing the issue here? Like he can't play around.
He might be slamming a natural order.
Yeah.
Just hoping he doesn't get dazed or forcing Frank to have a force.
I mean, it seems unlikely, right?
I don't know what his other card is. So
what mana does he have access to with the Heritage Druid?
Unfortunately, he has no mana access.
Oh, it's tap 3 elves, right?
Yeah. Wirewood Symbiote, while on an elf, is not actually an elf. Yeah.
Is
he's
it
just going to natural order here.
Unfortunately, you're going to get...
He has 2 natural orders in hand.
Okay, well...
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's why sometimes...
I don't think I would have gotten rid of the symbiote.
Yeah, that seems bizarre. I mean...
Just on the fact that... I guess like with that wasteland, like
he's gonna need to like chain.
He's gonna need that mana.
Yeah,
that's fair. Just concerned about my guys dying.
Yeah,
really.
Fortunately for him, Frank is drawing very poorly.
Not going with the double waste.
I don't know. Your opponent's on 1 card in hand, and he doesn't actually.
I guess any elf makes Nick have like 4 mana again, so.
I suppose.
Like, waste is not really that effective because like 4 is the pinch point. 4 is the point.
Any elf makes him have like 5 mana if you double waste.
Yeah.
But also he just can't do anything if he doesn't make the space.
No, he won't have 5 mana because he'll have to spend mana to cast the elf.
Oh, sure, yeah, you're right.
If he has a glimpse in hand, that could possibly get him there, right? Like, it could be huge.
It depends.
Depending on the draw, obviously. But
so the last kind of sand is a natural order?
I don't understand leaving up the wasteland. Yeah.
Just in case he taps it for mana. Just in case he taps the Bayou. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
in case he
goes the other one.
In case he plays Cradle and goes to combat.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh well.
Just hoping from a mental misstep from his opponent, really.
Does he have any, like, what are the cards in Frank's hands, do we know?
We got that Tamo dice going. I don't think the power toughness of Tarmogoyf is really something Nick should be concerned with.
Yeah.
Ooh, Birchlore Rangers.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Certainly an elf.
This way he can actually make the Birchlore Rangers free by just tapping the Ranger and the Nettle Sentinel.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he gets the natural order getting rid of the Ranger.
He doesn't get to play around days with that, so I think that's what he's thinking through. I mean,
Well, he does. Oh, no.
No, he doesn't.
No. Well, if Frank let the Nettle Sentinel trigger resolve, he could.
Yeah. We see Nick saying how many cards in hand. You can see it because Frank just went and lifted up his little 3. So although Frank's hand is absolutely terrible,
just
Nick's definitely
all the cards. He's just thinking about it, and
I think he
just doesn't want to get dazed. And I think that's a completely reasonable decision to make. Honestly, like.
For what spell? Sorry.
I mean, he doesn't kill this turn.
He has natural order in hand.
Okay, sure.
So, yeah, he doesn't kill him this turn, but he does. I think he does enough. I think he just if he gets a Progenitus into play, it should be trivial for him to win.
He definitely doesn't have Progenitus in main board though, unfortunately.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he's got it in the sideboard. He's
I
not.
don't
He's
know
not
about attacking the Heritage Druid here.
Maybe he's
I
thinking.
guess that's kind of irrelevant because you're not attacking with it, right?
But yeah, I assume what he's thinking is he's going to have 2 elves in play next turn, and I guess the Nettle Sentinel will be tapped, so yeah, it's kind of.
So Craterhoof Behemoth, a 5/5 with haste and trample.
Well, it has haste, but its ability gives it trample.
Sure.
ETB.
So we get trample.
This is a callback to the Elves deck as of old because this is literally an overrun here. So he's attacking for 8, 13 total. And we see Frank is on 13, so he's kind of obliged to chump block with this Tarmogoyf, take 9.
And still, that's really good. Like as we said before, like not swinging for like 140 is not great.
Look at this, Frank just being aggressive with Wasteland when he's facing down, a Craterhoof Behemoth, which is going to have to chump block. I guess his hand is entirely lands, so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not really ideal. He can really like push just waste him. Yeah, just get the blow up his lands and hope he concedes.
That is the secret strategy.
Dear.
Is that a Gaia's Cradle?
I think it's a Pendelhaven.
Which
is actually pretty lit because it allows his Birchlore Rangers to kind of get in there.
It's just swinging in. Yeah, chump block. Sure.
Take 2.
Nice.
Oh, that's so sad. The Pendelhaven secret tech. I know that he was.
Frank can block again and waste him.
All right. Well, that's a thing.
If Nick draws a spell here, Frank dies. So looks like a spell, huh? All right, back him up. Doesn't even get to draw his card off Visionary.
You see, the next card was another fetch land, wasn't it, for Frank?
Yeah, probably.
Could have been a daze, but that's alright.
Realistically, it probably was.
Yeah. No, yeah. I know that we have filmed a match with Frank on the same deck, and he started his hand with 1 Wasteland. And all good spells, but then the rest are just Wastelands, so he didn't draw a land for the entire game.
That's a decision.
Is that a December?
Grafdigger's Cage?
Yeah.
Seems good.
He's boarding in Grafdigger's Cages and Rough Tumble and Dismember, was that?
Yeah, I saw Dismember. Yeah. What are we saying on Nick's side? What do we think? Like, what are we liking?
Maybe some Abrupt Decays? I don't know.
Possibly,
he cares about his opponent. It feels like Nick's pretty favoured in this matchup.
Yeah. I see him brought in, there we go. He's bringing the Cabal Therapies. Probably reasonable. I think he's probably just okay with hand disruption at the moment.
I think he thinks the game's going to be a bit more grindy.
Three Abrupt Decays and 3 Cabal Therapies
Yeah,
are what Nick's deciding.
Yeah, definitely anticipating a grindier game too.
Yeah, also, like, Grafdigger's Cage is the thing. I suppose he's just planning for that, yeah.
Grafdigger's Cage it's kind of a weird one versus Elves, really. Like, I understand it stops natural order and Green Sun's Zenith.
And stops fetching for Dryad Arbor too, right?
Yes, it does.
So, I mean, those are still, like, pretty crucial things. I wonder if he's thinking of bringing in the,
I guess just having something, he can like focus on using dazes and forces on the creatures, and I hope the cage can just take care of the natural order or Green Sun's Zenith.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your strategy is a lot harder when you can't Green Suns or natural order. I mean, you can hardcast. I've seen him hardcast Craterhoof before. That's not that out of the realm.
Cradle makes everything possible. Really.
Yeah, he has to have like a lot of dudes in play though, and that's kind of difficult with Frank. Fork bolting them and regular bolting them, and he's going to be keeping in all of his removal and getting more 2-for-1s like sweepers, or X-for-1s.
What does Rough and Tumble do?
So it's a split card from Plano Chaos. It costs 1 in a red to deal 2 damage to each creature without flying, and 5 in a red to deal 6 damage to each creature with flying. Yeah. So it's a pyroclasm that makes your insectile aberrations live.
Yeah. Which seems reasonable.
And also, it doesn't kill your gooses because you can cast it with Threshold.
Yeah.
You can even cast it as it being the 7th card because you'll deal the 2 damage. It'll go to the graveyard. You'll have Threshold. Goose will be a 3/3.
Nice.
So it's actually it's a perfect card for this archetype. Sure. It accomplishes everything you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, they're very. I mean,
and also sometimes like maybe you get to cast it for the tumble half and take care of a Grizzlebrand with help from another card or something like that. You know, like.
For only 7 mana.
No, Frank.
Frank, naughty Frank.
I'm actually not sure I like the Cabal therapies. I mean.
I feel like they're for combo, right?
Yeah, if you start sacrificing your own creatures to get rid of more cards in Frank's the reactive deck in this matchup. Right?
I would rather just have like maybe a Thoughtseize as opposed to a therapy. I guess you only care about 1 or 2 cards, right?
Yeah. So hit the sweep
therapy might be better.
Yes. I think he's thinking of the flashback aspect as possibly the.
No.
Oh wow!
This is a perfect hand. If only Frank had some lands.
Well, he's got the Force of Will.
That'll buy him a turn.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think Nick might be keeping this hand. It looks like it has a bunch of elves in it, and
I see a Wirewood Symbiote. I think.
And
2 Wirewood Symbiotes. I think
a land therapy.
Natural order Quirion Ranger.
That's good.
Seems good. Yeah. Is that one land as a Bayou?
No, it's a Windswept Heath. Yeah.
Okay,
so
sure.
He can get Forest Deathrite, and that'll give him 2 mana on turn 2. He's able to therapy. He's got all of his cards cost 1 pretty much. So.
Frank going to
endgame.
Frank going to 6. Hopefully this is a better 6 for him. I see a Delver, Ponder, Dismember.
He's going to keep it. He's going to look at a card and probably send it to the bottom. It's irrelevant because he's going to Graveyard Fetch and
for sure.
Delver. All right. Well, I guess you start off aggressive.
Yeah.
It seems like
the fact that he doesn't have any, like, he's only got the cantrips and the Force of Will.
So tough. I don't know, getting a forest there. I guess he has a goose, but like you just want to cast Lightning Bolt, right? You don't want to cast nimble Mongoose.
It's his only land, yeah. I agree.
Alright, well,
he's got the cantrip.
Yeah,
he's got a cantrip.
He's feeling lucky.
He'll find another.
He's going to flip this Delver anyway, so it's not going to be a non-issue, I imagine.
Get that blind flip action.
Would you consider? Yeah, there you go. And it offer days too, which is pretty.
Days feeling pretty good right now.
Would you consider forcing the Deathrite there?
He has literally no other interaction in his hand, and if he forces,
he has a dismember.
Sure. Oh yeah, that's better. I would just dismember it. But he has to pitch the Ponder to force.
Yeah.
Which is pretty bad, which means his hand is just garbage.
Oh god, that's not a good.
Probably shuffle it away. We're seeing Frank shuffle away that Tarmogoyf, Nimble Mongoose, and
Stifle.
So
now does he like dismember or does he wasteland?
Well, he has no other lands.
He has a wasteland, right?
Does he?
I thought he did. Maybe not.
We'll see.
We'll find out.
He draws a wasteland.
Okay,
well, there we go. Yeah, you're right, Brad.
He's wasting? I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah, I like
Deathrite already taps for mana.
I like killing it before it can get your threshold lower.
Yeah.
it accomplishes the same thing.
Yeah.
Except I guess he can now play a land, Cabal Therapy, and then flash it back if he's like, or even not play a land and do it. Oh,
another good thing for this Rug Delver variant against Miracles is the Stifles, because I'm not sure a whole lot of Delver decks play Stifles anymore, but
I guess
it's pretty good against the Miracles trigger top. You know, like
not sure
Jace
stuff.
Jace one time.
Yeah, it just really needs your like we've seen is like only interaction has often just been spell pierces or dazes, and it's like those get pretty bad pretty quickly in a matchup like this.
Yeah, for sure. I really like the Stifle though. It's a shame a lot of people poo-poo it because just getting their fetch.
Well, it's a card that it can be difficult to use, and the fact that it can be dead a lot of times.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of have a threat on board to actually make use of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Being able to start for their fetch and just the tempo gain from them missing their land drop kind of thing is why it's in this Rug deck, because you can play a threat on turn 1, maybe stifle them on turn 2, that kind of thing, and just keep things keep the train rolling. If you keep the pressure on, like keep attacking their mana,
keep your spell is relevant.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're seeing Quirion Ranger and
into Wirewood Symbiote, and Frank not dazing here, not interested in. I guess
can he untap the Deathrite Shaman?
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah. I mean, I actually don't mind forcing that just so you can start actually killing his threats.
Yeah.
Does he have another blue card though? Actually.
No, he
does daze. Yeah.
Well, now next I think just going for therapy. Yeah, Frank is so far away from threshold now.
I mean, at least he has.
And now he kind of can't do anything, I feel.
What do you think Nick will name with the Cabal Therapy?
I mean, also, do you think he'll flash it back? Maybe he knows about Rough Tumbler. He's played this deck a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I might not have played against Rug a lot, but it's not a very common deck.
I think an easy name off the bat is Force of Will.
Oof, Days.
Days, interesting. That is actually very, very good for Nick because it strands that Force of Will in his hand.
Yeah.
He only has a Dismember to worry about. He has the Wirewood Symbiote to protect against Dismember.
So he doesn't even need to flashback that Cabal Therapy.
Well,
unless he wants to keep the Wirewood Symbiote alive.
He could just wait.
What do you sacrifice to do that? If you sacrifice an elf to do it, then you could have otherwise protected that elf with a symbiote, and if you sacrifice the symbiote, then you're giving up the ability to protect your elf later.
Yeah.
And now he just kills the symbiote anyway. So
I guess it's like if you sack the symbiote, you're just like saving Frank for life, right?
Exactly.
But you are restricting him to one choice.
Yes. Also,
oh man, that Quirion Ranger makes that wasteland so bad.
Oh yes,
so bad. Yeah. But Nick's under a bit of pressure here.
Yeah. I mean,
that Delver is a
Delver's coming down.
4-turn clock now.
Nick is counting. Maybe he's got a glimpse in his hand at this point. He's had quite a few draw steps.
So what access to mana does Nick have at this very moment? He can go land, tap, bounce land, tap. So he can't play 2 lands at a time.
Yeah, so he can tap Deathrite Shaman.
He has 3 mana total.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
If he plays a Heritage Druid, he'll have generate 3, untap 4. That'll be 4 for natural order.
Sure.
And he's pretty confident the coast is clear. So if he
interesting, him maybe like not playing the land first. It's a bit weird.
Where you go into another day.
I guess maybe he always a Cradle. That's probably why. All right. Well, 3 mana.
Okay.
Yeah, I see he's got a Bayou and a couple of.
I think he's a natural.
Yeah, I think he does too.
You can return this, untap this.
Okay, seems good.
It is like a little awkward.
It's a bit of an anemic Craterhoof.
Yeah.
I guess he knows the contents of Frank's hand, so he knows the way is clear.
Just get him dead. In fact, he probably would have bought it in Progenitors at this point.
I don't know. We didn't see it, right? We only saw the therapies and the
sure. Right, of course, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Right, this week he definitely played it main, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just brought it in.
What's the thought of doing a main board?
It's just a medical, yeah. I just think there's going to be more decks that are going to... the thing is, if you're only going to do a crappy bad, exactly this situation, if your opponent's going to kill your creatures and then you just have one dude on board to sack to go get a creature, Progenitors is really good.
Yeah.
Gets him dead nice and fast.
Frank's only out here was drawing...
a blue card.
No, he was dead. If he had fetched for a volcanic and drew bolt, and then drew a bolt next turn.
Yeah, sure. Takes that two turn. Yeah.
He could
Well,
kill
no.
him.
If he drew a blue card for turn, right? He could have forced. Yeah, he had forced one hand.
That previous turn, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about now.
Oh,
like,
sure.
taking
As
as
the game
game
events have
stands now,
unfolded,
versus Brunetius, his really only out was drawing bolts.
yeah, drew lots of bolts, sure.
He had just 6 a turn.
Well, he also needs a red source, so it's pretty awful.
It's very unlucky.
Well, theoretically, if he had fetched for a volcanic guard, as we discussed.
Nick being, I guess you may as well play as many things as you can, right? Even though it's like the game
can-
seems to be pretty tied up right
Well,
now.
it means he can like double drain if he has 2 black sources next turn, which means he's on a 1-turn clock. Well, sort of.
Yeah, sure.
No, right?
Not
Because he's
quite.
on 15.
Well, he.
Swing it
Yeah,
up the turn.
sure. Yeah, but, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking triple drain with the 2.
Alright. This game seems pretty tied up, but we'll see what Frank can pull out. Maybe a Diabolic Edict.
Nick opts to keep his elves in play. You need the engine room.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. He's almost at threshold.
We
Concession from
Right,
Frank
same,
here.
it is,
Yeah.
still see... he's like not that far away, right? We got Threshold getting...
I mean,
Well,
it just wouldn't have
Nick can
mattered,
just
yeah.
block, right? He can just
Yeah,
block
okay,
his
sure.
guys. Like, he
And he
So-
can't block
yeah.
the Delver, though.
And because he played the land, he doesn't have to worry about bolt. So
And he was
probably
playing
just
Giant Growth Berserk.
Yeah, that would have really done the trick.
Yeah. Take
Okay.
a book, a leaf out of Infect's book.
Yeah.
Alright, now we see the actual sideboards here.
Okay, maybe it was just the first thing you chucked in there and we missed it.
Yeah, it must have been a multicolored
Oh,
card.
no, because...
Well, yeah.
we said
two
3
decays,
Abrupt
right?
Yeah, we
Decays,
said
3
three
Cabal
Abrupt
Therapy,
Decays,
so
so-
it might just have 2
Yeah,
of
I
one
just
of them.
saw a bunch of multicolored cards. So
Yeah.
There we go.
2 Abrupt Decays, a Progenitus, and 3 Cabal Therapies. And Frank boarding in Dismember, double Cage, and a Rough Tumble.
Yeah, shame about those Grafdigger's Cage.
They're like an okay bit of 1-mana interaction. I mean, you'd probably.
I mean, it would have been
rather-
great, that game, right?
Yeah, they would have prevented Progenitus from entering the battlefield.
I mean, to be fair, Frank's draws were like really
Pretty
bad.
anemic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Not
unfortunate.
a lot of gas.
So...
Just taking out snares and then pierces. That's
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Seem like dead cards a little
Just
bit.
a random assortment of elves coming out for Nick.
Yeah, so he can like definitely weaken his combo. He has Rex Sage mainboard, which I absolutely love because it gets him out of some jams.
Gets him out of some jams, yeah.
Yeah.
Gets him out of that moat.
Ooh.
Alright.
Cool. Well, that seems tied up. We have Nick taking it down 2-0. Unfortunately, Frank maybe considering some new deck changes after this. Sorry, Frank. Join us again soon for some more Legacy footage.